Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about internet behaviors, the next media, definition and information revolution, changing economics, changing regulations, social issues, social challenge, tech gap, knowledge gap, survival and the loss of privacy, sharing market, activism. History of the new media. Since 1970, but especially 1919, national concern with the information highway, train, the internet, like and 1840s challenges of the telegraph. Concerned that they remain competitive in a global trading economy, national needs to write up provide business workers and consumer access to the internet for education, retail, entertainment. Frontier metaphors often use essentials for the economic transformation away from industries to service. Information economies, the so-called innovation agenda. In Canada, where telco and cable provider dominant agenda, wireless only new emergence building the internet. National regulation telecommunications internationally agreed on bandwidth of electronic transformation specific of the satellite starting of the cost and interconnections. Also provide technical standard for interconnections. This is the international standard role of national business and technical expert in creating a market for technology and ensure consumer do not buy technology which will not work. Business play a bigger and bigger role influence this shadow world of standards citizen underrepresented but companies still need status to rule on standard definition of new media digital communication used in the productions distributions and receptions of communications involve use of new communication network internet as a mass media information revolution digitalization uses computer to store manipulate and transmit information in the form of speech text data video more cheaply and faster than ever before. Networking, distributed fast digital networks, wired and wireless. Convergence refer to merge of what were three separate industries, telecommunications, computing, electronics, or broadcasting. Characteristics of the new media: convergence of the telecommunications and entertainment or broadcast media industries, wire or wireless communication, point to points or address, interactive. Characteristics continued. Interpersonal. The terrain of the telephony treated telephones calls as private, not public communications. Multiples can be mass or broadcast, which is public communications. Now, a gray area of semi-public or private communications. Digital communication, where image, text, or sound is covered into binary numbers, one or zeros. Digital code can duplicate, track, store, or play back complex kind of context. Strong when combined, whichever greater chips capacity in computer and the bundles of the of glass fiber. Current revolutions, the digital video dishes, DVD, higher resolutions, no rewindings, no coming records for strong and internet to replace CDs. Also, wireless internet replications of digitalization, drive to animation and special effect, actor worried about cyber simulators replacing them, dominant of nature's totally simulated words, question of authenticity of the image. The role of media in the age of digital reproduction. Walter Benjamin, a noted cultural scholar, suggests that infinite reproductions of the communications due to a low margin cost of duplication changes the nature of the work of art. But Western capitalism has convinced of the realm of idea and compresses proprietary. Book stores photos may be copyright, so the blend of the authors and no one may borrow or copy them without permissions, attributes, or payment. The high risk natures of entertainment, infinite reproductions, repackaging, repurposing, and presenting information as origin. There are many pressures on the news or entertainment manufacturing for cutting comes for the production ethnic standard to prevent recycling content and presenting it as a original are weak and digital water marketing is a water break. Technical potential of the new media. Cost of productions dropping makes media creations more accessible. Cost of distributions down, interactive or less hierarchical, faster, more global. The internet. What a vast network of the high-speed wires and satellites rarely links computer worldwide. No central hub, thousands of computer nodes. Uses a type of switching that is hard to race. Designed after WW2 in the RAND Corporation to avoid worldwide military attack. Now used for email, commerce, chat lines, file sharing, etc. Sometimes synonyms with online world. Component of the Internet: World Wide Web, Internet Service Provider, portals, browsers, search engine, and directors. Rare diffusion: each generations of the technology has an increasingly rapid rate of difficulties. Key is where is reach much or majority. Internet has done so within 1 decade. Only other technology to do so, but not quite as fast were the PCR and cell phones. Now, well over 75% of the Canadian have access. The number rise of 100% under 25. The internet, the fastest technology in rate of social adaptations. Impact: change the way we work, accelerate space-time, compromise globalization process, convergence of the computer distributions allow greater efficiency of the control and communication. Much cheaper to sell via internet than in person. Average person is now estimated to spend 187 hours a year online. Social transformations of the internet: utopian visions break oligopoly power, allow user control over media, provide new forms of social connections, new communications, together with other technologies, allow development of artificial intelligence, a democratics. Dystopic visions reinforce and extended it. Keep using invisible wallet grant has enabled social predators large use of for propaganda, pornography, new market intelligence, and few use of net of political news. World Wide Web: between 22 to 800 million sites, less than half index. Main search engine: Google, Alta, Yahoo, Ion, Northlight, and Fast. Industry structure: no one own of internet. ISP provide route through a tangible web of other provider. One dominant PC software manufacturing. Until 1930, little competitions between telephones and the cables. Late 1990s, a wave of stock speculations and the large-scale mergers. AOL emerging of little knowledge, net space of power. Ideology of the Internet: Electronic Freedoms Foundation, neo-free, in egalitarian, decentralized, ad hoc, open, and peer-to-peer experiment, authoricals, and anarch. The business case for online startup. Sector characteristics: e-commerce application, growing personal message, drive to get video. Download. Globalizations of the internet has an privileged domain name but retain control over their allocation. This is sore point for Europe and other powerful e-commerce region. Internet content provider are estimated to be 98% English, 87% commercial and dominant US in origin. Other foreign government now trying to invest in promotions of infrastructure, offer government service online, promote the development of indigenous services. Canadian chief of coverage, regulations of the internet, hacktivisms, intellectual property law. These are the many important aspects of Digital Media Copyright Act in 1998. Napsters before 1900, just five companies court case in private price fixing underway. The Napster case: musical record industry arguing Napster inflicted damage estimate in the millions, refused to admit free sampling, in fact, increased exposure lineup a number of musicians. NatPeace defense, effect of defense. These are the very major interference, and we can understand the development of internet, and we can take a lot of initiative, and by this way we can enhance the capacity of our development. If you have any question regarding this point, you directly can communicate with me. And internet behaviors: we need to be very much effective in the internet behaviors. We need to be logical, we need to respect each other. Most important thing is that we have to avoid the bullying, we have to avoid different kind of discriminations, different kind of negative things. And most important thing is that we have to respect all of the peoples, all of the religions, all of the cultures, all of the views, all of the activities. Through this process we can understand, through this process we can grow, through this process we can help each other. And most important thing is that internet community is very important, internet community is very valuable, internet community is very helpful, and we need to be very much careful about them. Thank you. If you have any question, you directly can communicate with me. Thank you. Bye bye and take care.